Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and I'm back. I hope you guys missed me because I really missed you. I'm so sorry I was gone this week, but I was so incredibly sick. I'm still not 100%, but I definitely wanted to get a video up, a few videos up, so I decided to film today. And also today's video is a collab with my friend Danielle Gerstenberger. You guys probably remember her. We did a collab at the beginning of July, and we did a purple and green, very bold glam look together. And today we're going to be doing a neutral glam look, which the previous look was out of her comfort zone, and this is out of my comfort zone. So we're going to be using the Nubian palette from Juvia's Place. And this is what she looks like on the inside. Very neutral, very beautiful. So this is the palette I'm going to be using. I have a lot to talk to you guys about. As you can tell, I'm in a completely different setting. This is my parents' bathroom upstairs. If you see that red thing right back there, that is a shoe shine thing that my dad got from my grandfather a while ago, in case anyone wonders what that is. But I'm filming in my parents' bathroom because I am pet sitting for my parents for the next couple of weeks. So I don't know if I'm going to film again in this room. I know that it's a little bit echoey, so if the sound is off, I truly apologize. But I wanted to see how it worked in here because I do like the lighting for the most part, and I think you can see a little bit more of me. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. You guys can let me know down below if you liked it or if you didn't like it. But I just thought I would try something different. So I'm going to do a look with this palette, and I'm really excited. I'm going to leave Danielle's information in the description box, and I'll probably have a card up here somewhere where you can click and go to see her video. I hope that you will go check her out. Tell her Anya sent you, so show her some love and subscribe to her channel. So let's get started. And I have a lot to talk to you guys about. So let me put the palette to the side for a second. I'm going to put some primer on. I'm going to first go in with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. Gotta get used to where I am. Just a little bit in the T-zone. So last week I filmed the cut crease blue and silver look with Jeffree Star Manny MUA, and I already kind of wasn't feeling the best. I think I even said in that video that I felt like my voice was a little bit hoarse, and it just got worse. And I started coughing, and I got a fever, and most of the week I had a fever of 102, which is pretty dangerous for anyone, but I have an autoimmune condition too, so I was really worried. And, you know, I went to see the doctor and said it was probably just a cold, but they gave me medicine anyway. And yeah, it just kicked my butt. I did, I guess on the plus side, lose some weight because I had zero appetite. But I just missed you guys so much. And I pinned a comment letting you guys know what was going on. I can't figure out the community tab quite yet, so hopefully I'll get that figured out. I'm going to go in with my concealer. Here it is. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Concealer, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my eyelids today to prime. I'm not going to use the bright white primer, only because I'm not doing a super colorful look. I mean, I could use the white primer, but I also like priming with concealer, so that's what we're going to do today. And again, I'm sorry if it is echoey in here. This is the house I grew up in, but my parents never had a third floor in their house. And when I moved out, they built a huge third floor that consists of just their bedroom, a library, and this bathroom. So it is kind of big, kind of echoey. So, okay, so I'm going to go in first with, I'm actually going to use the Manny MUA brush that came with the palette. I really like this brush. So I have been pet sitting, And the first day I got here, oh, and the Nubian palette does not have shade names. It is one of the few, I think one of the two. The Zulu palette is the only other one. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this shade right here to start with in my crease while I tell you guys what's been happening, because it's been nuts. So got sick, had to come over to my parents' house to pet sit. I'm going to place it first and then blend it out. And I immediately noticed that the air conditioner was not working fabulously. And I like to keep it cool when I sleep. But when I say cool, I don't mean like in the 60s necessarily. I mean like, you know, like 70, 72, something like that. My parents like to keep it pretty hot. I think I told you guys that. So I decided, I'm going to go with my Wet n Wild blender brush. So I decided that I was going to, you know, turn down the AC, and it worked fine the first day, but it was kind of struggling a little bit. I'm going in with that same shade. And all of a sudden, I noticed that the temperature just kept creeping up and up and up and up and up. And I was like, well, that's not good. So I called my mom, who was not yet in Australia. She was in Hawaii because of, it's all for my dad's business trip. So, so they were in Hawaii, and I called her, and she was like, oh, well, just call, you know, the air conditioning company. And I was like, okay. So I did, and they said, okay, we can come tomorrow between 9 and 1. Great. So I was awake very early. So I'm going to go in with this lightest shade here and put that on my brow bone and a little bit into my crease. And I'm just using this random Too Faced teddy bear hair brush. And this is like it's like a neutral cream colored shade, but it has like a pink shift to it. It's really pretty. And so I called them. They said they were coming. So I woke up really early the next day. So about 20 minutes before the guy's supposed to come, all of a sudden, I'm in the bedroom. I'm looking at my phone, taking my temperature, feeling like crap, and I hear yelping. And it's my mom's dog. My mom has 2 dogs. She has Allie, who is older, and then she has Kai, who is a puppy. And I hear him yelping and crying, and yelping and crying. I'm going to go in with this reddish toned brown shade, or reddish, yeah, like a brick red. And I'm going to go in with this Anastasia brush. It came with one of the palettes I have of theirs, I think Self-Made palette maybe. I'm just going to go a little bit lower in the crease. So I hear him crying and yelping and crying and yelping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Well, I come out to find that, and he's very energetic, and I come out to find that his paw, his pad, has gotten caught in the door, like the bars, the door of his crate. And he has twisted it, so it has swelled, and I can't get it out. And I am the type of person that cannot stand when a dog gets injured in a movie, okay? Like, you can have, you know, a zombie apocalypse that kills like 10,000 people in a movie, but if one dog cries or whimpers, I'm done. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And just then he was like, I want out. And he tries to take a run at me, like to jump into my arms. And he falls forward because he's caught, and he just lets out this yelp. And I have to dive on my knees and catch him because he weighs like 80 pounds. And if he had fallen, he would have snapped his leg, like no question. Like, he is heavy enough that if he had fallen all the way forward with his leg going the wrong way. So I have to lift all 80 pounds up and over and put him back So he's laying back on his bed in the crate so that I can call the neighbor to get him to help me let the dog out. So I'm talking to Kai and I'm like, we're going to get through this together. Yes, I talk to dogs like people. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, we're going to get through this together. You just have to stay here. I have to get my phone so that I can call Brian, the neighbor, to get him to get you out of there. So I go to grab my phone and he stays. And I come back and I'm sitting there petting him. And I call the neighbor hysterically and I'm like, you have to help me. You have to help me. So now I'm going to go in with this little bit darker, a little bit brighter, more coppery shade. Same brush. And the neighbor rushes over, thank goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And he brings, what are those things called? Bolt cutters. And he, sure enough, he cuts them right out. And he limped for a few minutes and then he was fine. He saw the vet and he's fine. He didn't break anything, thank goodness. Oh, but it was literally one of the scariest experiences, not being able to get him out of the situation immediately. So I was like, yeah, I'm not putting him back in there. So now he has a different little doggy crate, not a new home, that he sleeps in that he can't get his foot caught in because he's just, he's being trained, he's learning, so that's why he's in there when he's unattended. So in this one, I'm going to go in with a little bit deeper shade. So yeah, that was how my week started, with 102 fever, air conditioner breaks, dog almost breaks, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I know there's a lot of fallout. We'll get it. We're not going to go out as far today. We're not using tape. I'm excited. We're trying new things, guys. We're trying new things. And I am so excited about this other look that I'm going to be doing as well, because I practiced it. Oh, and I know my hair is different. I was experimenting because there was no way that I was going to come back on camera with completely faded out hair. So, but not to worry, you guys will still be getting a hair video. Oh, that's so pretty. So, yeah. And then my husband is now sick. So that's not fun either. So it obviously was contagious, and I missed my nephew's birthday, which really makes me depressed because I don't like missing my loved one's birthdays. He is one of the most important people to me, so I'm going to have to take him out when I feel better. And then my other friend's daughter is going away to school. She's also now my friend now that she's an adult, and I'm so proud of her. She's going away to school, and she had a going away party. Couldn't go to that either. Just so incredibly sick. So now I'm putting a little bit of that concealer on the back of my hand. And this time, if I use too much, I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to use it under my eyes, because the last time I was wiped it away, and then I just needed it anyway. So I'm going to do a little half cut crease, which has been my new favorite. And I'm using this Real Techniques brush. I really, really like this brush for cutting the crease. It works really, really well. It is the Real Techniques, what is it called? Detailer brush. So don't worry, this won't be, if you don't like this setup, this will not be permanent, but it will be a few videos like this, and then I might move to a different part of the house at some point. I'm just doing this at night. Oh, and there's a thunderstorm going on. So I'm just doing this at night, and so I needed a lot of light, which this bathroom has. But during the day, we might do it in the dining room where there's like lots of natural lighting. Who knows what will happen? Who knows the adventures we will have? But thank you guys for the ones that reached out to me and asked me what was going on. And the only thing I could think to do was to pin a comment, but I will figure out this community tab thing because I know it'll be much better in terms of reaching you guys. Okay. So now I'm going to just tap out the edge with my finger. I saw Raw Beauty Christie do that, and it seems to work pretty well. Unless I cover you guys completely with the mirror, or myself completely with the mirror, so that you guys can't see what I'm doing. I gotta get back into it. I'm not used to filming. Okay, so, and I still have that, like, see, you can hear, still have that chest congestion. So I'm gonna go in with the flat shader brush side of the Mani Emulate palette, and I'm gonna go into this beautiful shimmery champagne color. And I'm going to put that all over where I put the concealer. So, yeah. But, oh my gosh, I've missed you guys. And I literally, other than, was it this morning that I practiced the cut crease, the one look that I want to do for you guys? I think it was this morning. Yeah, it had to have been, because this morning is like the first time I felt better. But anyhow, that's the only other time, other than right in this moment, that I've worn makeup since the last time you guys saw me. So that says a lot about how I was feeling. I feel like I don't get sick often, like with the cold, you know, a cold or the flu or something like that. But I feel like when I do get sick, it's like I'm sick, like really, really sick. I'm gonna set the eyeshadow palette to the side for a second, drop my glitter glue. Sorry, we don't need it for this video. And then I'm gonna grab, that. For my little tiny detailer brush. What have I done with this? I use this one. I'll just use this from the Urban Decay. No, I need the palette. What am I doing, you guys? Okay, I'm going back in with this little tiny brush, and I'm just gonna grab one of those the brick red shade. And I'm just going to clean up this line a little bit. So okay, sorry about that. I just tapped into the palette, not thinking about the fact that it was on the same stand as my thing. So there's been a lot of new palette releases. There's been a new Juvia's Place palette, actually two, the Warrior and the Afrique. I have ordered the Warrior. I didn't know about the Afrique till I ordered the Warrior. So the Warrior is a more neutral one. So I'll be doing a look with that. I'm thinking about actually doing a little series where I do a look with each of my Juvia's Place palettes and having this be the one that kicks it off, because this is the first palette that Juvia's Place did release. And Juvia's Place, if I could only choose one brand For eyeshadow, it would be Juvia's Place. So I think I'm gonna do like kind of like I did the countdown to the Jeffree Star palette, like the countdown to the Warrior palette, and just do a look with each of the Juvia's Place palettes that I own until we get, oh, that was a lot of fallout, until we get to the Warrior palette. And then, yeah, I think that would be fun. Okay, now I need my mirror closer up because we're not gonna leave that there. We're not bringing it out as far. We're only bringing it to the tail end of the brow bone today. So I'm thinking about doing that, so you guys can expect that. And then this week is gonna start my, I hate to call it like instructional videos, but like my how I do blah 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 or why I do blah 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 videos, because I really want to do that series. And all right, so I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna use my CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. I'm gonna do 2 pumps of that, maybe. Okay. There we go. It's not pumping as well because it was on its side. I had to bring my makeup from my house to my mom's house. Okay, we'll just call that a day. And then I'm going to mix in this Chanel foundation that I bought. It's the Perfection Lumiere Velvet foundation. And I bought it in a shade that was at the time too light for me. Now I've become even more of a vampire, so it seems to be a good fit. But I bought it every year for my birthday, which is in February. I let myself buy myself one like higher end, like, well, like higher end, you know, like Chanel or something like that, or Dior, or any makeup item, like a special makeup item that I normally wouldn't spend my money on. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. And I bought this foundation. I wouldn't buy it again, to be honest. It's not anything special, and it's not any better than my Maybelline or L'Oreal foundations. So, yeah, no. It would be a no from me. I don't think, though, that these days, like, believe it or not, okay, focus on me. Hello, focus on me. There we go. Believe it or not, these days, like, back in the day, there used to be, I feel like back in the day, like a few years ago, I feel like there used to be not such a big difference. I mean, a huge difference, sorry, between, like, the price of, like, a Chanel foundation versus, like, Urban Decay, or, you know, because there's, like, I feel like there's, like, drugstore, and then there's, like, indie brands, and then there's, like, high-end, and then there's, you know, like, high-end, and, like, Chanel, Dior, like, the bougie brands. And I feel like now, like, the new Dior foundation, for instance, let me get to the point of what I'm trying to say. The new Dior foundation is $40. Well, Urban Decay foundation is right around that same price. So, I mean, it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Does anybody know what I'm trying to say? It used to be that the mid-range, I guess, brands used to be more affordable, is what I'm trying to say. So that was the Naked Skin, not concealer, but that's a color corrector. And for my skin tone, I think I've told you guys before, it's light enough that I could use it as a concealer, but I am mixing it in with a little bit of the Master Conceal from Maybelline, which has become my favorite new concealer, really. I do want to try the new Too Faced one, the new Born This Way, the one I didn't understand why they had made one, because they called it the same thing as the other one, and one is full coverage, one is not. So that's apparently the difference. But and the packaging is different, but they didn't call it anything different, as far as I know. I don't know. They're both Born This Way concealers. I'd like to try that one. I've heard good things. I'd like to try the Tarte one, but I don't know. I don't want to try too many things either. Like, I want to try things and review them, but I don't want to try too much because that's how I get in the habit of not using everything, which is what I'm trying to do now, which is why I do my Whatever Happened to That Palette Wednesday. Although it should be Whatever Happened to Those Products, because I now use, multiple products in those videos that I haven't used in a while. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is my loose setting powder. It is literally my favorite setting powder, expensive or not. I was thinking about getting the new Huda Beauty powder. I don't know. There's a lot of controversy with the campaign and a company called Beauty Bakery. I mean, there's not controversy between Beauty Bakery and them, but, well, kind of. Like, Huda Beauty apparently used their campaign, is what I've heard. And I've seen the photos, and there's definitely similarities there. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know what I want to do. So I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution bronzer highlighter duo. Just going to bronze up my face. So yeah, I still want to try it. I've also heard it's heavily fragranced. That doesn't necessarily bother me, but I do know it bothers a lot of people. I imagine it to be kind of like similar to the Coty Airspun powder, which I use sometimes, and I do like it. A lot of flyaways today. It's been raining like crazy nonstop, and we all know how much my hair loves the rain. So, but yeah, the Coty Airspun powder, it's a great powder, and it keeps you matte all day, but it does have a very heavy fragrance for people who are bothered by those. Okay, now I'm going to go into my NYX blush and my Wet n Wild blush brush. And this is the blush. I can't talk. Okay. I love these NYX blushes. They're very pigmented, just right off the bat. I mean, you could go in with a lighter hand and make it more buildable, but I like crazy pigmented. And I'm going to use a combination for highlighting. I want to use this. This is supposedly a blush. If I can even get it open. Okay, we'll just go in with the Bronze and Glow for now, and then I'll use the Wet n Wild one in a different video. So I'm going to go in with my MAC Fix Plus. I'm just going to spray it on. And then I'm going to go into the glow part of the Bronze and Glow. This is a beautiful, just like a golden champagne-y highlighter, and I'm going to use my Morphe M504. It's like a large kind of crease brush. You're not going to be able to see highlighter. Well, maybe on this side, yeah. This lighting is not making me the happiest. In some ways I like it, in other ways I don't. And this smells like chocolate. Speaking of that, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm going to go to Walmart in the next couple of days because CoverGirl came out with a peach and a chocolate face palette. So it's like blush, contour, and highlight. And it's from CoverGirl. And the chocolate one obviously smells like chocolate, and the other one smells like peach. And I feel like I need it. I really wish that Too Faced would make their freaking Too Faced, like the chocolate scent. I wish they would make the chocolate and the peach scent in a lotion. I think they're missing out on the market. I'm going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Whiskey, which is like a beautiful chocolate brown shade. And I'm just putting that on the lower lash line and the waterline. And then I'm going to go into the Nubian palette again. And I'm going to grab that same brick red shade mixed with a little bit of that shimmery, like coppery one. And I'm going to smoke out that liner. Oh, the rain is coming down now. Yes, it is. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. That is so pretty. See, I need to do looks like this more often. I really do. And I'm taking the shade I had for my brow bone highlight. And I'm just going to pop it in the inner corner. Just to brighten that up. It's like a beautiful peachy gold with like a pink shift. Yeah, this lighting. We'll find a different room, guys. I promise. I'm going to go in with my Revlon Volumizing mascara. Very well named. I've actually really been liking, because I did it in the last video that I filmed, where I didn't go out as far with my eyeshadow. And I kind of kept it more sharp and towards the end of my brow. I've kind of been liking that. Doesn't mean there won't be days where my eyeshadow doesn't go all the way out, but I have been liking it like this lately. Okay. Just love this mascara. And then I'm going to go in. I was originally going to do my BoxyCharm video, and I was just going to use everything in the BoxyCharm in one video, but then I got sick, and now it's like I already have my next BoxyCharm. So I might combine the two and do a tutorial with both things, but it all depends, because I think each of them came with a, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. I think each of them come with a palette, unless I got the spray. I haven't opened it yet. So, but I am going to do a look with the palette that came in the BoxyCharm. So, but I am going to go in with the Ofra liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Verona. This came in the BoxyCharm, and I think it's the perfect shade for this eye look. So I'm going to use it. I love the way Ofra liquid lipsticks smell, but I can't really smell it today. It feels stuffy. Okay. This is a pretty shade. I feel like I look a little bit more paler than usual, or a little bit more pale than usual. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to use my Rimmel setting spray. Okay. Myself. So this is the finished neutral glam look, minus the purple hair, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for checking on me. Thank you for being concerned and for missing me, because I definitely missed you guys. And I hope that you enjoyed this neutral glam look. We will be doing, like I said, different rooms in the house to see what has the best lighting and the best sound. So if this didn't, then I'm sorry, but we will get it right. So I'll be here for a little while. And yeah, go check out Danielle's page. She is awesome. I can't wait to see what look she did. Just like last time, we have no idea what each of us is doing. We just chose, last time we chose the same colors. This time we chose the same palette. So it'll be fun to see what she did. I can't wait to see it. She's an awesome, awesome person. She's not only a good person, she's a talented makeup artist. She does a lot of hauls and stuff like that, thrifting and stuff like that on her channel. So definitely please go check her out, subscribe to her channel, and tell her that I sent you. And thank you guys again for everything. And thank you for letting me get better when I was sick. I really, really appreciate it. And I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.